We're ready, but the question is everybody else ready?
I don't know. We've timed it well. This song is literally just fading out. I can hit
Fading
stop
out
on that song right there.
But I
It's
didn't see
perfect.
us, so I didn't know if we were actually being heard by anyone yet.
I think so.
Are we heard before we are seen?
Yes.
We're heard and not seen.
We are heard before seen, which some people actually would prefer. Well, welcome back.
Well, you did make that happen.
I did. Wait, which part?
The us not seen, being seen.
That's true. As much as we can. Liquor might not solve all your problems, but it is worth a shot. I think that actually could be a shirt.
But it's worth giving a shot. Oh,
write that down.
But you must give it a
Red,
shot.
you have to put it on there. Where do you put it?
What,
Where's our shirt? Where's our shirt ideas? Debo, you're going in the list. Going in the shirt list. Welcome once again to another Thursday evening live show. Some live podcast recording, some beverage imbibement. I am Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages.
We are About Beverages.
And we are going to be hanging out here with you for the next couple hours or so and talking beverages, having some beer. We're going to have a wine later and recording some podcasts. You did, Debo. You have made it officially. If you're interested, you can always find our live shows on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages. Most Thursday nights, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, depending on the time change. The time that never changes is Mountain, which is 5:30.
And that's us.
It's always be. Always be.
What am I writing? Liquor?
Liquor might not solve all your problems, but you could either give it a shot, but it's worth a shot, something like that. Debo said, but it's worth a shot, but maybe you tie it into we could tie it into but give it a shot. But you should give it a shot. Actually, that's what it should say. Liquor may not solve all your problems, but you should give it a shot. It's not bad. That is not bad. Debo, thank you for a good start. Thank you for a good start. Oh, man.
All right.
Well, we have a lot to talk. I was about to talk about something else, which kind of ties into my posture. I have a lot of people, sometimes they come in the stream, you're just the hops of greatness. There you go.
Wow.
Wait a minute, write that. No, that one's okay.
We'll just have a shirt. It'll just say Debo on it.
It's literally it. Debo, that's where we do a little QR
Turn
code.
around, it'll be on the back too.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Just have his own logo there. I have people come in the stream sometimes and they're like, are you standing or are you sitting? Because my posture is so good, they can't tell. Usually if people are sitting, it's always
yeah, well, I have to do that sometimes.
They're kind of leaning back or they're doing whatever, like I said. But for the most part, because of the chair, I have fairly decent posture. So it's just always funny. People come in have you been standing this whole time? It's no, I'm sitting in a chair.
It'd be kind of interesting if we did have a table that was that tall that we stood at.
It wouldn't work for our setup the way we do it, but I've always wanted one of those rising desks, the standing desks where they can go up and down. Yeah, standing table. If they had something like that was of this size, that would be interesting. Just every once in a while, if we wanted to stand
almost
up
like the table that Dad and Desiree have. That's got a little more height to it.
Yeah, that thing is very high. That is a full-on height. Yeah. Well, we had joked we have those chairs that are out for our bar area out there, those taller chairs, but still keeping this. And then coming in and just having this table, we have to lean over. Oh, you could get a customer their money. Yeah. And there's not that kind of About Beverages money right now. Maybe in the future. Hold on. Maybe in the future. But not at this moment. But yeah, it's, I've had people ask, and then it usually is, wow, what chair is that? It's like an $80 Costco chair. What actually keeps my posture is where I put the microphone. I try and always kind of have it at my best height for the most part. Well, I didn't say, geez, you don't have to do that.
That'd be funny. Have it way up here. Yeah. I'm heightening.
A rising bar top. Exactly. That's what we would need. But I always try and have it at a decent height so that then it makes me want to stay at a certain spot, which then kind of helps out a little bit. But yeah. How has your week been?
It's been good. It's been a good week. Yeah, it's been a good week. I was thinking on my way over, it's one of the things I hadn't said to you yet. I didn't want you to have to hear it twice, but I was realizing on the drive over here that I was excited to get here today. And
for the first time ever.
Not for the first time ever, but I was thinking about last week and I was happy that we were trying to tie into the upcoming St. Patrick's Day holiday. Mm-hmm. But overall I wasn't excited about the beers we were trying. And maybe that is what caused. We had a little equipment malfunction, anyways.
Hey, wait a minute!
Not a wardrobe.
I told my wife not to tell anybody about that. Why was she talking to you?
But so we had that didn't come out exactly looking how we wanted it to be. But right. I think part of it was just I bought bottles to drink from.
How about a bottle to drink from, like in a gerbil cage that will stretch out
hanging down.
Exactly. That's how we get all our tastings done.
That's how we get our water. Yeah. Excuse me, I just got to need a sip of water.
That's how we work off all those calories. Pocket, thank you for that. That is a good idea. Your week is still fermenting. The tasting bottle. And it would have they could hear the little sound of the ting 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 ting.
Yeah.
ting.
But I just overall I realized that I was happy that we had done that planning, but wasn't overly excited about the beers at least. And I was looking forward to trying that whiskey, and
it was
I think
good.
that showed, in the actual recordings, or the actual recording of the podcast. So
yeah, I was definitely hoping for a little bit more out of that. I the Smithwicks, honestly, not that was podcast worthy, but like that one surprised me because I was like, oh, this is better than I thought it was going to be. So I almost wished we'd have tried that one as opposed to if I had seen that there was an actual mixed beverage called a Blacksmith, that could have been the Guinness and that one.
Right.
If I had seen that earlier, that would have been interesting to try, like those two, something different. Because the harp, either between the device we were using and the distance, or because of the way the harp was, all those factors, it did not make a very nice looking presentation like you can usually find for those. But if you want to see that chaos anyway, and you missed it last week and you don't know what we're talking about, for our St. Patrick's Day theme, go on YouTube. You can. I'm always putting up the full shows on Tuesday. So stuff that doesn't necessarily make it into the shorter podcasts that we think is excellent and obviously gold. That is where you can find everything. Raven, hello, friends. Hello to you, Raven. Good to see you. Keith, first beverage. What have you brought here?
I have brought. I did not steal it.
You did not steal it.
I think a relatively new release from Mother Road Brewing, which is located in Flagstaff. We've podcasted on a few of their things before. The Tower Station is a really good IPA, solid offering. I've gotten some of their draft only things at the brewery before. One of their barrel aged stouts that was good.
That was pretty good. Yeah, I do remember that.
So they do they have some that are good and some that I haven't enjoyed as much, I guess. But overall, I like their beers, and I'm always willing to give them a chance. And this is a limited visibility. It's a hazy IPA. Now, it's not super hazy.
No, it is a little bit.
I've seen hazier.
I am cautiously optimistic based on this aroma. It smells very nice. Did you take a whiff of that yet? The barcode should instead have a warning: drinking may cause memory loss or worse, memory loss. Nailed it, Tebow.
He repeats himself.
He repeats himself. He's saying he's redundant. He's saying he says things over and over.
Well, it helps. This was canned on February 8th, which is only
not even a month old.
24 days ago.
Yes,
because there's only 28 days in February. So yeah,
oh, that's pretty good.
It's good. I think
it's more lemon than tropical.
Yeah,
I was getting more like peach, like pear or apple or something in there. A little bit of passion fruit or something.
I wish, and I think it comes out when they say it's hazy. At least it's not clear like the one we had from
no, that was
Thunder
funny.
Canyon.
Yeah, we've had a couple though lately. What was the recent? Was it Stone? No, it wasn't Stone. There was someone else that claimed hazy within the last 2-3 months, and we poured it. We're like, that's not hazy. I can see through that. Who was that?
Yeah, well, I know the hazy gluten free wasn't super hazy. I don't think, was it? I don't think that's the one you're talking about, but we just tried that as an opener.
The hazy gluten free was not very hazy, but then the one that was not hazy was hazier. Yes. From Holiday Brewing. Brewing, yeah. Both of those were good. Yeah. And especially the second one I liked even better, the actual hazy IPA from Holiday, which I recommend. That one we didn't do a podcast on, but another one that you can find in the full live show if you want. Why do you want it to be a hazy? Honest question.
Well, I just want it to be what they're saying it is.
Yeah.
And hazy is a style. It's the New England style, which... did they filter it less? Is that why it's hazy? Or is there...
Yeah, it's completely unfiltered.
Unfiltered, so...
Completely unfiltered.
Oh, wow.
Kings, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed your Iron Maiden sounder there.
So yeah, so it's a different style. Usually there's a little more fruit, you may hear the term juicy associated with these
hazy juicy or something like that.
Right.
Usually it's because they've put in not necessarily more hops than what you could find out of your regular IPA, but they have put in, like I said, such a copious amount towards the end. They're really just going for all of, like I said, all of that it has to offer, all of the natural oils and everything else, which then causes much more of that juicy flavor without as much of the bitter at the back. Like, so that's what you're getting, a lot more of that. And then because of that, they don't want to take anything out because when you clarify the beer, you're taking out a lot of not only the proteins and things like that can make it hazy, but you can be also, because the hops will grab onto those things too, you can be taking out some of the hop matter, which is can be the flavor.
Right.
Not that I don't like that style too. Again, it's just a completely different style.
Right.
So if you want the maximum amount of that very much more like rounded, juicier kind of flavor, like you said, hazy, juicy, people say, that's what that one's about. It was originally called New England style IPA or Northeast style IPA is the name. All those kind of get tossed around. Hello to the Bevies. You're both good humans. Good shirt. Oh, thank you.
Yes, I do like that shirt. I would think that would be a pocket fave as well. Where did that come from? Is it just
I ordered this actually from there's the guy I've talked to you about before that I watch on YouTube. He does the music reactions and stuff like that, and he comes from more of the hip hop kind of side of things, but then he watches rock and metal and stuff like that, and he just reacts, and it's just like such genuine enthusiasm for understanding the music and appreciating all types of music. It's just neat, and he has his own line of different shirts and stuff like that. So he has another one that I looked for and I couldn't find. He's got so many different clothing things. There's another one that I like where it's just a giant album and it says bringing back great music or something like that. And it's like an album. I wanted to get that one. I literally could not find it. He had so many. And so I was like, I love this one too. I'll just grab that. But yeah, he is a YouTuber that I watch that, whenever I need a smile, that's what I can go to there, and definitely find one there. I liked it. It's a little drier now that I'm.
It is a little drier. Yeah.
Little drier than.
But the aroma is really good. What were you saying? You said lemon, little lemon, little peach.
They say papaya and maybe papaya is what I'm getting. I said pear. I said apple. There's something in there that wasn't distributed, so maybe it's papaya. And
papaya is a good flavor, but it's not necessarily like this juicy sort of.
It's like a B12 shot.
Yeah, that was
mango.
That was mango.
Yeah. So what a juicy IPA packed with? Let's see. I always pronounce this wrong. I don't think it's actually Motueka. I think it's. I don't know. I'm going to go with that. Citra, Azaka, Mosaic, and Econaut hops are the ones that they use in there.
Yeah, we've seen that.
And they are double dry hopped as well. So yeah, the dry hopping used to also just be for aromatics, but then that's one of those things as beer has evolved and been discovered and new techniques are used. You actually get the flavor out of that now too.
Yeah,
just the different ways that they do all those techniques. It's very interesting. You talk about. How things have evolved over the years when it comes to brewing processes and everything that they've figured out. But yeah, no, this is probably one of my favorite ones that I've had from them, to be honest. This is really good.
I invested in a 4-pack, and
you should be happy with that.
Will not be returning it to Trader Joe's. That's good.
Yeah, I'd be happy with this one for sure.
And especially at the price, which I'm used to paying for beers lately. This is a bargain.
This is practically a bargain. I feel like I stole it. No, this is really good, and I like you can't quite tell it here from the graphic because of where it is, but if you get a closer look at it, or if you look at the can where it says limited visibility, it's actually blurred, which is kind of interesting. It runs to the store. Yeah, if you can find it there. Well, they're out of Phoenix, so I don't know how far their distribution goes.
Flagstaff.
Oh, they're out of Flagstaff.
Yeah,
that's right. That's near. Okay, yeah.
It was in the one thing you're looking at on tap there said they got it at Total Wine, so. Probably at least in Arizona. I don't know how far.
Since we are on Untapped right now, which is where you could be as well, following us there and all the different things. Oh, you can add a picture. I didn't even see that there. We don't have a photo of it, but anyway. What would you give this? What are we rating this one? Now, this was 7.2%, so I'm glad they didn't claim it was a double, because you'd have words for that.
Oh, I would have words.
Or not have way.
It's, I don't
4.
I was thinking of 4, but I don't know if that was a little too high. But
no, I think that's. I would definitely, if I saw this, I would buy. If not one, I would buy a 4-pack. Like, this is good. I like it. So what do we want to? What are our quick notes? Let's see. Aroma.
I had lemon, peach, and papaya. You were saying lemon at first. I get a little something peachy in there.
Aromas of lemon, peach, and papaya.
The fruit is
Finish is a little dry.
finish is dry. I have dry finish. The fruit is a little. It's restrained to some extent. I mean, it's not like. Wow, it's not in your face.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, what do you think here? Everything you're getting in the aroma, are you getting in the taste, or are you getting a little flip-flop or adjustment of any of those things?
I think I get more of the papaya in the taste.
Yeah.
And it probably is that little bit of lemon that probably gives it a dry, I'm guessing.
Oops, spelled that wrong. Papaya comes through stronger in the taste. Finish is a little dry with some bitter. I get a little bitter at the back too. I mean, nothing excessive. Overall, very good.
Yes. What a bargain. It is a bargain for me.
Confirm. See, that nice. Now we can check in on things like that. Like I can actually do that. 'Cause like sometimes it's like I either forget or if I'm streaming, I don't want to pick up my phone and be like, "Hey guys."
Yeah.
It's like bad
like
enough.
we did right now.
It's bad enough that I'm at least just typing.
Yeah.
It's bad enough there. But yeah.
Hey guys, sit with us while we review this beer.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, I guess that's what you do a lot anyways. As the notes are come to fruition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this. This is good.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah. Anything else exciting happening this week? You mentioned something about. Do you guys actually have Paramount Plus? Did you guys?
Not
buy
Paramount
this?
Plus, but Paramount is part of. We have YouTube TV now, and so that channel is
okay.
that, so we could.
That's actually a channel.
Yeah, Paramount.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Is Paramount just own CBS now?
That I don't know.
I think that was something like because they were doing a lot of advertising during the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
So I was wondering if that must.
Yeah,
have been
no, I saw
something.
that's. I mean, everybody in there. I mean, we've been watching it since before the first of the year. You know, Discovery Plus, Discovery Plus, Discovery Plus. It's everywhere. Ads for that app. So it's like I don't need Discovery Plus, and I don't need to see Bobby Flay and Giada and all these people anymore. Stop telling me about this.
I only need one South Park episode that has all of them in it.
Yeah, one of the best actually.
Yeah, cream fraiche.
Because it's the shake weight too.
It is.
I mean,
It's the shake weight and it's cream fraiche. That one is like
sometimes you
pretty
think,
amazing.
how can that all be in there?
That's like when you talk about Seinfeld episodes and we're like, it's
I
like,
know.
and that's also the episode. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, all of that stuff was going on in those episodes. Yep. Yeah,
the two
that's-
holes, the Frogger episode. Like I was thinking about the Frogger
Oh,
one for
yeah,
some reason
the
the other
holes.
day. I think I saw that Russian guy like in some other like movie or TV show, and it made me think.
Oh
of it.
yeah, well he was in Fargo.
Yes, he was in Fargo. He's
And-
been in several. I think he was actually in. Is he in one of the Godzilla movies, like one of the older Godzilla movies or something? He's been in. Tons of stuff.
And there was a sitcom that was on for a year that Pocket and I used to watch. It was called like L.A. to Vegas or something like that. And it was from the producers of Modern. I don't know if somebody was.
Okay.
Somehow there was.
That sounds familiar.
And it was good. I was looking forward to there being it kind of right around like when the Orville was that first year. Those two shows kind of
the Orville was really good.
I
really
remember
liked-
you saying that. I never watched it, but
I'm still waiting on. They're supposed to do some more episodes, I think, or they have another season at least. But it's going to be. I think that one might be on Hulu only. It went exclusive to something else because I think Fox either let it go or some deal was worked out. But yeah, I've definitely wanted to watch. Like I said, some other things because you were talking about Yellowstone that people have recommended that too, and I know I've had Lucky in the chat when he's here is always recommending Yellowstone.
Yeah, at work, a few people had talked about it as well, and then Dad the other day using the term binge.
He binge watched. He's like, I didn't have to move out of this chair.
That's right.
Were you going to? Don't know if you were.
So that was recommended. So well, it's Kevin Costner, so I would give Kevin Costner
Dances with
stuff a
Yellowstone.
chance. Still have never seen that movie.
You've never seen Dances with Wolves?
Oh, Dances with Yellowstone. No, I've never seen Dances with Wolves either.
That's kind of shocking.
Yeah, I've never. I don't know why it just.
I'm not saying like you had like I'm not saying it's some masterpiece. I can't believe you missed it.
Yeah,
Like, I mean it's good. Like
I remember Adam. That was like his favorite movie. for a
Wow,
while.
really?
Yeah, it was in his back in the day. So this is over 20 years ago.
which was always a Wednesday. I don't know if you know this, but whenever someone says back in the
It was
day,
a Wednesday?
it's a Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
Well, we got to watch out with that now too. But I remember, in fact, his
Hop on Pop.
at that time. he and I had we co-owned a fantasy baseball team, the Moonlight Grams.
Nice.
And he told me that the password was the character was the character from one of his favorite movies. His name was, I guess, J.W. Dunbar is Kevin Costner's character in that.
Yeah,
I don't know, that was the password. So I remember that. I was like,
I hope he's still not using that.
Yeah,
for
please
anything.
don't be using that anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Please don't check any passwords.
Well, we haven't mentioned his full name.
That's true.
Which I will now. No,
Yeah.
just try this if you're trying to.
You ever come across this person's name? Try JWW. Funny. That's what he still used.
Just that.
Oh
Speaking of passwords, do you use a password program yet?
I don't still. I have probably 10 or 15 passwords that I rotate around, I guess, that I just kind of have in my head. I just have never used one because I'd have to remember that password then too.
It's just one.
That's just one too many.
Just one master.
That's true.
Well, and the reason I said that is because I had used one that we'd paid for, but then Jeff had actually turned us on to another one that was free, and now that one is actually for you could either pick having it on PC or having it on mobile devices.
Oh darn! Now I got to change my password, Tebow.
And so they're going to a charged thing now too. And then one of the articles I'd read was saying that they were also embedding this and that and the other and searching.
Oh jeez!
But so. This article I read recommended a new. So anyway, I switched to a new one. So I didn't know if you needed one.
Do you like it so far?
So far, yeah.
Were you able to export all of your old ones?
Actually, that was the article that I read because I had kind of been putting it off, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just wind up paying the couple bucks a month or whatever because I think they're really handy, and I like to have more involved passwords and stuff. So. And this article I came across was saying, hey, this is going away, and here's how you could export, and this is the program they recommended. And then I actually texted Jeff the other day, and he said, yeah, what he's been reading, that seems to be the one to go to as well. So yeah, so far it's good. So it's fairly similar to the one I had. But.
I should. Like I said, it's not like I'm not against it. I should. It's just
it's free.
I just have not. Yeah, I should.
All this valuable information on your.
And does it just tie into Google and Chrome?
Yeah,
and all
there's
that
extensions
stuff?
that you can do.
You just add them onto your.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Add on the extension. Yep.
So here's something I think as I'm sitting here, like I said, listening to Keith talk about things, and I was just looking at Untapped. Untapped happens to show on the side. Don't look yet.
Okay.
Untapped on the side here, of the beer we just picked. Then on the right, they say similar beers.
Oh, I looked at that a little
bit. Did you see that
earlier?
Yeah, one of these things is not like the other. Like you have
Dragoon.
That's the one that's not like the other. Why would so similar beers to this is not Dragoon IPA? I love Dragoon IPA. I think it's fantastic. It is not similar to this.
Not similar.
That could not be more wrong. Unless they
put an IPA.
Unless they put a stout in that category over there or a porter, they could not be more wrong.
Well, unless they were saying that's an IPA that you can find in Arizona.
So then,
they have that.
But then they put Tiki Juicy, which is also from Mother Road. They put another citrus IPA from Huss Brewing, so that's out of California, correct?
What's the one in? There's one in Phoenix. That's Hess, I think. There's Hess and Huss.
Maybe Huss is in Phoenix. But then there's Little Chuckster Hazy. But they all put for everything else pretty much hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
I don't know about Frontside IPA. That's the other one listed here. But Dragoon is it's good. Firmer bitter, more malt backbone, more toward the savory, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's excellent.
Copper in color. That's what they call the West Coast style IPA.
Yeah, that
which
one
goes more to the bitter and not as much
Stone Brewing,
fruit.
Stone Brewing's classic IPA. Could not be more. Just all of a sudden, I just saw that. I was like, huh?
What?
That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I like this. Is this seasonal, I'm assuming?
I don't know. It was just released, so maybe they're adding it to their roster. Who knows?
You would think maybe
this
because
doesn't seem seasonal-ish, but you never know.
This graphic that I found here is actually, even though this is the same picture that's on the can, it is different in that the graphic I found is on their website. They're selling artwork and shirts and other things that have this on it. So you'd think if they're doing that much work,
you would think so.
Could be year round then.
Right.
That's kind of makes a little bit more sense perhaps.
Maybe they decided to add a hazy to the roster there.
I hope so. I hope they keep it. This is probably one of my. I have not had the Tower Station in a little while. I remember that one was good, but it wasn't I had nothing, I had to keep getting. And then I haven't had the Lost Highway in a little while, which is a double black IPA.
That's really good. And I don't know if this is indicative of other places, but I've been ordering that for over a month at the store, and it has not been shipping. So
interesting.
I don't know if they're just shipping it to other places and not to Trader Joe's, but I've been trying to. Yeah, no, that's always a good one.
How are we doing tonight? LG, we're doing great. Well, I shouldn't speak for you. I'm doing
you can
great.
speak for me.
Okay, are you doing great too?
I am.
All right, we're doing great. How
No,
are
I'm
you doing
speaking
tonight?
for myself, though.
Oh, okay.
You're not speaking for me.
Well, don't say anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a ventriloquist thing.
He's great.
He's excellent. We are doing wonderful. We are doing wonderful. We just finished trying. Actually, I didn't even hit the button for it. There you go. These are all the beverages we're going to be having this evening. We just had the Mother Road Limited Visibility Hazy IPA, which we were just having to start, as we often do. Like I said, not recording a podcast as of yet. Those will be the next couple things that we have. But yeah, just
I would assume
hanging
we're
out,
going to
chatting.
move to the non-alcoholic beer before the red
Yeah,
wine.
I think so. That's probably a good idea. I think that one too, speaking of, so yeah, the next beer that we're actually going to have that we're going to record a podcast on, it's from Lagunitas. It is their IPNA. It is a non-alcoholic IPA. Well, it's right at 0.5%, so I guess that's technically where you can say non-alcoholic when it's that low.
Probably, yeah.
That's the
Then
threshold.
maybe I wonder if they just have to say that, because like even those non-alcoholic beers like that, we have the Klaus style, I think they still say that they contain a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, this one
A little
does
bit.
say, contains small, it says 0.5%. All bark, no bite. Where did I see it? It's down here. Oh, here it is. 80 calories.
Oh no.
I think this may fit into our active lifestyle category.
Active lifestyle.
Oh,
And our
God.
new line of condoms.
Yeah. Yeah, Mother Road. Something from the Flagstaff area. Something from up north, as they say.
Active lifestyle.
Well, see, this is what's good, though. We're now coming to this with some knowledge. We've had a few different either lighter beers. We've had that one, which is 100 calories. That one was gluten reduced as well. This one makes no mention of that, so hopefully there
Right.
might even be a little bit more when it comes to flavor. About 2 blocks away from my place. There you go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nice. That is super cool. Well, there you go. You should definitely, if you are of age.
If you,
Got to
yes.
preface this. If you are of
Little
age,
disclaimer comes across.
little
the
disclaimer
bottom.
comes across. If you are of age and like hazy IPAs, I definitely recommend. This has been one of my favorite beers from them.
Yeah.
I can say that pretty easily. Other than that barrel aged stout that you brought,
Yeah, that was
very
good.
I can't remember what that one was called.
It was just like it seemed to have like a Colorado-y name or something sort of to
Rocky
it.
Mountain High.
Did we try it?
John
for a
Denver's
podcast?
beer.
I think because the next day
did.
it was not very good, because even when I
I do
twisted the
remember
cap.
that.
Yeah.
We did. I don't know if it got released.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure we recorded one.
Okay.
Because I remember like drinking through some of that, and then you took the rest home. And then
Yeah.
I remember you even texting
next
me,
day
and you're
I was
like, the next day that
Damn it.
it was like all the oxygen like went into it. Like we always used to talk about, like when people would vacuum seal bags, like that was always the thing that everyone loves, like a bag of coffee. And they're like, oh, it's got to have a valve on it, and it's got to have all this, the vacuum sealing, and we want to hit it with like the nitrogen flush to do all these things.
Right.
And then you read these studies where that's great for the initial stableness and shelf life. But then when you actually open the bag, it actually stales like 2 to 3 times as fast, because it's
'Cause it
basically
keeps
like
everything in.
it takes in all that oxygen. As soon as you open it up, it's almost like oh God, we've been deprived.
needed a deep breath.
Yeah, pretty much it. Like it's exactly what happens. And with coffee being as porous it is, and everything just like takes it all in. So that is the best way to have fresh coffee. Buy fresh.
Buy fresh.
Not actually.
Still fresh.
Still fresh.
Na, 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 na.
No, no.
Still fresh.
Still fresh.
Okay.
See sweet. Livy. Freak out. But yeah, so that is what we were going to start with, and we have a Trader Joe's red wine as well at the end of the show. That is the plan.
That's the plan. It's a good plan.
It is a good plan. Should we go with that plan? Should we move forward with that plan?
Plan. Let's move forward.
All right, let's move forward with the plan.
Let's try this
We're gonna
IPNA.
Let's do that.
India Pale, not ale.
India Pale, not alcoholic. Player, how are you? Good evening. Good evening. Yeah. All right. We're going to throw in a little bit more Harris Heller. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back, and we'll have a
See you in a
delicious
bit.
beverage.
We
We'll
are
be-
good. Thank you for asking.
We are good. Everyone's good. Don't tell anyone.
All right. I
You're
do
thinking
that.
about this way too hard.
You're right. I do. I overanalyze.
Just slightly.
And, paralysis by analysis.
Paralysis.
But I'm not actually, because I'm actually continuing to think about it. So,
Oh
all right, I'm
my.
going to unthink. I'm going to stop thinking about this.
Okay. You can
Okay.
settle down just a little bit. Dog
Yes.
boy, how's it going? Ahoy Bevs, Keith, chat. How's it going this fine evening? It is going very well.
Going very well this fine evening. We've had a good start to the evening, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's always a good start by just having this gathering. So that's a good start.
That's very true.
We've kept the ball rolling with the Limited Visibility Hazy IPA from Mother Road Brewing.
Yeah, it was definitely very good. Like I said, they are out of Flagstaff, and I don't know their distribution, but if you find one of these, it's good. Yeah. If you like a hazy IPA, if you find one, it's pretty good from them.
Removing thinking.exe.
Thinking.exe. I'll get right on that with thinking. But yeah, we're going to get to recording our first podcast of the evening. If you were not here earlier, here are all the beverages that we are having. Keith just mentioned the Mother Road. We're going to have this one from Lagunitas, and then we have a red wine from Trader Joe's that we picked out based on an article that we'll discuss in a little bit. We'll get to that at the end. Right. But yeah, since we are going to actually do a little recording here for podcast specifics, we're going to take down a couple things. Oh, wait, not that one.
Oh, that's what I was saying. If people want to just listen to us.
That's right. That option. That's the audio version.
That could be the sub channel or channel points or whatever that you're talking about.
Yeah. We turn off our camera for 5 minutes. That would actually be the thing. You should make Keith drink that pity one from the other day. The pithy one. Oh, God. This is so weird. Backyard, I'm so glad you're here and you mentioned that. Yeah, so I actually did write a review. So I did another one from Elder Pine Brewing and Blending.
Oh, I saw that on the... But I got the feeling you liked it.
I
Initially?
think Tyson would tell you it tastes like pith. The pith is very
Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Mike Tyson is very pithy.
It tastes like
He's a very pithy fellow. Yeah, no, it was the aroma was pretty good. It was like had lemon, and there was like some vanilla, and it was like, because that was the thing. Right. It was vanilla bean hazy IPA.
I thought, oh, that sounds like dessert.
Yeah, let me see if I can actually, since I've got this here. What was it called? It was something illicit. 3320 points. You can buy an emote. Illicit Solarium, I think. Whoops. I'm glad you reminded me of that. That was something. There it is. Something we actually wanted to talk about. Will it show?
I think
my rating. I kind of was like, I think everyone that was here in chat too, like as I was typing it up, was also shocked. Very unique combo of flavors: lemon and vanilla in the aroma. Taste is more lemon pith and cream with some earth and pine.
Okay.
And at the end, I just saw your face was not excited after the sip. I was confused. I guess maybe it was a look of confusion.
As a kid, remember the COVID one that you had
Oh, the one that was, yeah.
That
like
one I actually was watching you
like
and you're like, yeah, this is. Wait, you went down here pretty fast with that one.
That one I kept grabbing too, and I kept like, why am I drinking? Like I kept like it was just within reach, so you keep grabbing it.
Get rid of it.
Which one though? It's up to you, player. It's up to you. You get to pick. But yeah, it. What did I rate? I don't even. Did it show me? What did I? That's the average rating. Does it show what I rated it? View detailed check-in. Will it show it here?
I think you gave it almost a 4.
4. I must have done 3.75, maybe something like that. Yeah, it was very interesting, just because it was literally all those things. It was like, oh, that lemon, but then it was like the bitterness of that. If it was, you got the rind part was there, and then there was like the cream, and then there was some earthy, and it was a very interesting combo of flavors.
Sounds like it was eating like a lemon rind you dipped in whipped cream or something. Oh, that part's good. Oh, that part's not good. Oh, that's all right.
That's right. Dip all my lemon rinds in that whipped cream.
And whipped cream.
And then I actually dropped it in some dirt, and then I tried it.
And then you licked that off.
I threw it at a pine tree. It slid down into the dirt.
And drinking this beer.
It was quite the
bebopping and scatting all over.
It was quite the combo. I am so glad you brought that up, Backyard. Thank you for remembering that. I was trying to remember one of the other ones I had this week, and see, now it happens. It's wonderful that I did that I untapped about that.
Right there.
It is right there for all to see. What did everyone else think? Anyone else write anything about it? A lot of people just rate them and then they don't write anything. Sweet piths are made out of these hazy IPAs from Elder Pine. No, we're stopping right there. That's bad. Who
am I to disagree?
Maybe no, I think I'm disappointed with that pun. I'm not happy with it. I have to stay away from that one. But yeah, it was interesting. I still would like to try some more from them. Like I referenced to like how we had done the one that actually there is a podcast. If you want to shameless plug, go to YouTube and check out all that stuff. We did review the Sled and Hill from Elder Pine, and that one we liked.
August Burns Red.
Yeah, and that was a collaboration with them, yes. And we liked it. We just wanted more. It was one of those ones where like, oh, this needed a little more heft. This needed a little bit more, but the flavors in it overall were good.
Oh yeah, because that was the stout. That was the we wanted more from that.
Yeah, because it was an imperial oatmeal stout mixed with a bourbon barrel aged and then aged on coffee. It was like, oh my God, all these, and we got those, but it was just such a reserved version of all of those flavors.
Restrained.
Yeah, it was a little too restrained. But yeah. So anyway, we're going to get to recording here a full podcast. Oh, player, that's a good one right there. Look at that. Look at that, Madeline. She's not happy about something. She's a little frustrated. That is a good choice. We're going to record a podcast. While we record the podcast, this, like I said, we are putting these full videos up on YouTube as well, these entire shows. But if you only want the smaller podcasts or the ones that we liked and have edited out, you can find those on YouTube as well. And since we put those up there, we do take away some of the fancy little graphics up on the top of the screen there for just some reasons. Yeah, it's the old school look, even though now it's like it all goes up there, so it doesn't matter. But it's like it's a little bit of a separation between the live show and then this edited thing that we put out.
Some people want the different. We had different options out there for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. There you go. Check my last tweet. Oh my God. What is the last tweet? What has Lucky done? And hi, Lucky. How are you? How are you?
Always looks like a crazed Alton Brown to me. that picture.
Keith and his lesser known brother are doing a beverage podcast.
Wow.
You dick.
Wow. Yeah, he's done 7 days a week. I'm on one day. That's it. It just builds the suspense.
I think that's it. It's building the anticipation, the excitement.
That's right.
Oh my God. Oh. Keith and his lesser known brother are doing a beverage podcast. That's all right. It's all right. I feel it. It's fine.
Lucky. Come on.
Oh man, I feel it though.
Well, you keep doling out those.
He's right.
Those subs, then hey,
he's right.
We'll take it. Lesser known.
You got a big mouth, Clavin. He's right.
He's right.
It's the only way that I can prove that I'm the heir to the Russian throne. Oh, Lucky, I am so close. I feel I am so close to finding the clip from Cheers that you have long talked about and that I have wanted to find. I feel I'm getting in there. We're in the Rebecca years, and the other day she actually just bought a Mercedes.
Okay.
So I think we're getting there, and when I find it, I'm going to make you so proud. We're gonna get that. I will have the clip ready. We will watch all of that together.
There will be much rejoicing.
There will be so much rejoicing. It'll become the new meme on this channel that we'll wind up using that. But all right, podcast time. Are you ready? Can we see? We got to get all this stuff out of the way.
Oh, can barely see that.
There we go.
Okay, just shake that up and set it over.
No.
Oh wait. Okay. No.
Don't do that.
No.
Keith.
Yes.
How do you feel about alcohol?
I like it in moderation.
Okay. How do you feel about no alcohol, but it's still a beer?
I'm still searching for a good one. Of course, that hasn't been a very extensive search.
This is true.
I've we've done maybe a couple on this podcast, and back in the day, I remember O'Doul's and Sharps.
Yeah. It's what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beer.
I'm not drinking beer.
So if you're not drinking beer, you're not a beer drinker. That's what I feel.
So, but being able to find now, actually, we did have one that I think we tried, not maybe for a podcast, but just to open the Brooklyn Brewery.
Oh yes,
and okay. That one is probably the best that we've had so far. But it'd be nice to have a tasty beer option that is not alcoholic for sure.
Well, we do have an option.
Okay.
We're going to find out if it's tasty. It's from Lagunitas, which we like a lot of their beers, so that's
Correct.
a good start right there.
Correct.
It also is fitting into the newly discovered active lifestyle category, and we'll talk a little bit about that more in a moment. For this Give It a Shot, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com, and the beverage that we're about today is the Lagunitas IPNA. So this is their non-alcoholic IPA.
They say that they use the exact same malt bill and grains and yeast hops that they do in their regular classic IPAs that everyone knows and loves, that is sold nationwide, except this one does not have the magic of the alcohol added. There is 0.5% or something like that. You can't ever get all of it out. I don't know what kind of why there's still that little bit left in there, but there must be some fermentation that just happens by accident. There's some guy in the back that's I can't not do some.
So I was going to say,
I don't know.
Alcohol comes from the fermenting.
Correct.
So they just don't,
naturally from the yeast, like I said, that's still,
and so they don't ferment this then.
They still use yeast. It says on the side. So
okay.
I don't know how the magic works. If you know the magic,
maybe there's an enzyme.
There could be,
as in the gluten reduced beers we had.
That very well could be,
and that ties into that. It keeps tying
So
into
many
each other.
tie-ins. And like I
Yeah.
said, the active lifestyle thing, this is 80 calories.
Okay.
Again, we were not a huge fan of the last one that we had that was in that category of 100 calories, gluten reduced, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Not a huge fan, but I'm assuming they do. There's some wizardry involved. I don't know what it is. If you know, leave a comment down below. Inform us. Let us know how they do that. So,
Or if you're watching us live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages on most Thursday nights, you can join us in the chat and leave a comment. Yes.
Preferably a nice comment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a comment relating to that.
Yeah, a comment relating to
Sorry, I
that.
guess I should have been more specific.
Keith, you're not familiar with the internet. Let's be more specific.
Right. Yeah, I don't do this every day. Like you do.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What's going on here?
Well, that is crystal clear.
Well, and once again, the other one that we liked was kind of this color too. So,
Okay.
good start.
All right.
I guess.
Good start.
Right?
Good start. It's definitely in the ballpark of their regular Lagunitas IPA in color. Like I said, that one's usually a little bit maltier looking.
Yeah, it's got that coppery, orangey brown kind of thing going on.
Yeah. My best guess would be they distill the alcohol out. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to just like guess at it. But I guess we could actually look it up right now.
How do they do it?
I didn't even think it would come up.
Well, especially and it probably wouldn't have if you wouldn't have said they use the exact same everything. Well, then how?
Well, yeah, because it even mentioned the
alcohol.
Yeah, larger breweries more commonly make a de-alcoholization method as the equipment cost is high. The alcohol removal process can include heat and membrane-based processes such as a vacuum distillation, membrane filtration, and reverse osmosis. So there's several different processes, but it sounds like, yeah, distilling actually, that's kind of how it factors in there. Interesting.
I'm
As the name
ready when you are.
Okay, let's look in here for a second. As the name describes, these are... So it's already fully brewed alcoholic beer, and then they take the alcohol out afterwards, which makes sense because you still have to go through the whole fermentation process.
This is what?
De-alcoholization.
Okay.
Larger breweries more commonly make their non-alcoholic beers using a de-alcoholization method as the equipment costs. Okay, so it's a boil-off method, a vacuum distillation, membrane filtration, or reverse osmosis. Okay.
So there's a few ways to do it.
All right.
Okay.
You got something?
I do, actually.
Okay.
So the first thing I thought of was their hops water. Remember that we had the Lagunitas? It had that kind of grapey, almost sweeter note. But then, of course, one of my favorites, the onion ring.
It does. I that's honestly kind of what I picked up on. Like, it kind of smells... Yeah, there's a little bit of the onion ring mixed.
Spice.
There's kind of that onion
seasoning.
ring. Yeah, and it's mixed with like I'm getting notes of the daytime again in here, where it's like that sunflower seed, like savory, like salty, like that kind of aroma. So something like, plant-like, and not just what you normally would get from hops. Like I said, it's more like toward that. But yeah, then I get. I remember though their hop water though had more like a sweet like fruit, like because what they use to do that.
Right.
That was one of the more.
And that's what I'm getting in there. At first, that was the first sip, the first aroma I got, and then all the other stuff came in, and it's stronger now. But that was the very first thing I got.
I'm going to be honest right now. This aroma is not super pleasant to me. It's like the combination of all these things. Like initially, I was almost going to make the Ross joke of it smells like feet. Like there's something something kind of like musty, and then with the sunflower seed, and then the like those combination. Like I'm right now, I am not enjoying that. I'd be kind of like, huh.
There's a lot of swirling, confusing sort of clues, olfactory clues that this beer is giving as to what it's going to taste like.
Let's see what it tastes like.
Let's solve the mystery.
Oh, not so much. That's definitely. It tastes like something's been watered down.
Very much. There's nothing there almost.
At the very end, I get everything you kind of talked about. I actually get it kind of comes in initial waves. Like as it's going over the middle of my tongue, I'm getting, like I said, the sunflower seed, like that kind of flavor, which is kind of salty. And then going from there, it goes into the what you just said, the onion ring, and
the breading from an onion ring.
Yeah, the breading in that, and like oil, like almost like it's like that oily, like that's kind of what the aroma is. It's fry batter that's like been used a few too many times, or it starts to get a little funky.
Oh yeah,
like,
what is that? There's that term for that. Yeah,
but it's that, like, to me, like, and then it finishes fairly smooth and clean, like I said. But again, it's only 80 calories. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a little, like when they talked about same malt backbone and all these kinds of, when you read their website, I thought it was going to be a little closer to that. But it seems like they had that, and then maybe through one of the methods of taking the alcohol out, which we did a little referencing when we took a quick little break. That it seems there are about 4 methods roughly that the larger breweries use to do this. There's a boil-off method, there's vacuum distillation, membrane filtration, and reverse osmosis. So those are the 4 most popular for larger breweries to use to get the alcohol out. And they brew the beer with all the alcohol, like it is the original recipe, and then they do one of these processes to get the alcohol back out. So anyway. Are you getting anything different? Are you enjoying this? You obviously, the look on your face, you're enjoying it way more than I am. I can tell you're.
Wow,
is
that a look of enjoyment on my face? I guess that shows how much you really don't like this. I agree with, there is like nothing there until the second half of your palate.
Yeah.
And then that's when those things come in.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot there overall. And I get, maybe it's just not possible to make a beer that tastes like, the kind of beer I like, maybe.
Right.
Maybe you can make one that tastes more similar to a Budweiser or, something lighter. But the kind I like, maybe it's not possible. So
there's something in that process that it just removes or changes those things, or they've made initial tweaks, and then when they go through one of those moves to get the alcohol out, then it just changes what is there in the beer. I just always wonder, like, this is gonna, I don't know, maybe this will sound strange. Who is this for? Like, who is this for? Because if you like beer and you can drink beer, you're going to drink good beer, not this.
Right.
And if I couldn't have alcohol, I wouldn't want this flavor. I would drink something else. I would drink water. I would drink lemon water. I would drink like so many other things that I can think of.
Yeah. I would drink tonic and lime.
It seems like this is like this is like someone that can't have alcohol and they have peer pressure and they feel like they need to have this with them. Is that literally what it is? Like, I know that sounds weird, but like that's all I can think of. I can't think of what a market. Who's the market for this?
The thing is, though, you and I tried. I brought over that one of the Trader Joe's, the Klaus Tallers, that one time, and we tried it just to open, and that's a non-alcoholic beer. And I remember you referencing. You said that because you were speaking with Jay. And you said it reminds me of the final runnings or whatever.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and that's what you said it tastes like.
Right.
We sell a ton of that stuff. Not a ton, a lot though.
So I'm fascinated by that.
And I don't.
I would love to know who buys that.
I don't necessarily know. And maybe that's just they've become accustomed to that flavor, and so they like. Yeah. But like I said, and that one is $7 a 6-pack. And that's 72 ounces. I can get 72 ounces of other beverage for a lot less than that. Right. Because obviously you're not getting, some people drink beer because of the alcohol, because they want that little buzz. Some people, it's just the taste. They don't care what the alcohol is. So there's no alcohol and there's not a lot of taste.
No, I'm getting a little more like, as I think it's as my palate gets used to the savory stuff at the end. Now I'm just getting a little bit more of, it almost tastes like a slightly heavy lemon water. Like I'm getting a little bit of a lemon sharpness in the middle of my tongue.
That is the thing I can say about this is there is a very mild bitterness to this.
Yeah,
that is probably the only tie-in to their actual IPA for me.
Yeah, I would
to get so. But it is interesting who seeks this out.
Yeah,
and why. And who invented liquid soft soap and why?
And that is more conversation that we're going to have during our live show. If you're here with us on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, you can always join in on the conversation. If you want to find just our latest videos, our latest podcasts, all those different things, YouTube for all the most current videos, podcasting things like Google Podcast. My brain went gone right there. Google Podcast, Spotify, thank you. And obviously Apple and their podcast service are the most popular ones. But if there's a podcast service you like, guess what? You should just search for About Beverages there and you can find us. Or just go to our website. Everything is always at the website too. Is that it? That's it. I think I've remembered.
Of course not. You always forget about the 3 pillars.
Oh my gosh. Tell me about the 3 pillars.
Well, the 3 pillars are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which is the one we use most often. In fact, I just tweeted a little bit earlier when we went live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which is what we do most Thursday nights. We'll let you know that we're about to be chatting about some beverages, and you can join us there, and you'll see us record our podcasts, and we'll talk about all kinds of things, sports, music, popular culture, all that good stuff. And also Andrew, throughout the week, he's going to let you know what he's going to be doing in the world of Destiny and all the other wonderful games and things that
this
you
is
do.
True 100%.
We'll keep you up to date on that, so follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you, depending on who you are, give it a shot.
That's good. I like that. That's very, very good. Magic. That's how they get the alcohol out. Exactly. 100%. Its bark is worse than its bite. I think that's actually what they said on the website. Did you actually go look at their webpage? All bark, no bite is what it says there. Soda water with extra steps. That's not a bad call, introvert. Introvert, 3 cheers to you too. Good to see you. Liz, I like beer, but it makes me farty and bloated. Well, that is unfortunate.
That is.
So then you wouldn't want this anyway. You don't care about the alcohol. The alcohol does not bother you no matter what.
That's why Pocket had been recommending an occasional different sign-off. And I said, well, I've done a few over the years, but not many.
Yeah.
And so tonight seemed like
it worked well.
Definitely the right time.
That was the time
to activate, to put that into
I still am interested in, like I said,
I'm really dry though.
Yeah, I didn't want to, we'd already talked enough about it for that podcast. Like I honestly just do not understand. And you're saying this, I would love to have an informal survey of like someone that is buying this. Why are you buying a non-alcoholic beer?
And so, I don't know. That'd be
because again, you're paying more for something that doesn't taste as good. And if you can't have, I get that if you're an alcoholic, so many. But again, if you're also an alcoholic, you can't have this either. Because usually they say like any amount of even if it's like 0.5%. So if you're that, you can't have it either. So you're either choosing not to, or you can have very little.
Yeah.
So then you think you'd still want something that has flavor to it. Then so I would think you'd have like a very light mixed drink or something. I don't know. Like I'm trying to find. I do not know what the market
What
for
if
this
your
is.
beer of choice for years and years and years was like Bud Light or?
But then I think you would have like a, what is it, like an Amstel Light or something. Like you'd go with one of those.
Yeah.
That's a light beer.
That's a light beer.
Yeah. So if you didn't want to have any more alcohol, maybe stay with me on this. If you're just looking for a bland beer, well, then you can probably pay less for, like, this is kind of it's not, Lagunitas is fairly reasonably priced, most of their mass market stuff. I honestly don't remember what I paid for this. I don't think it was super expensive. I think it was like a couple bucks maybe. So 6-pack is like $10, $12. But again, then you would just go buy a bland beer. Like, I guess I'm trying to figure out the person that's at the point where they can't have alcohol or don't want to have alcohol. But then I guess, like you said, if they were just so used to something really bad, they feel like they've upgraded, but then they're saving themselves the alcohol. Like, it seems like such a small market segment. Maybe that's why my brain can't figure it out. But then people watch me on Twitch and I'm a tiny market segment. So
I wonder if I could be in the right mindset and find the right customer and actually pose that question. And just say, hey, you know what? Hey, I think I'd actually want to build the relationship up first, so maybe know their name.
You're 16 and want to look cool, perhaps. But you still, like I said, you still would have to have someone buy it for you because it still has, even though it's non-alcoholic, it still has 0.5%. Like you'd have to card for this, right?
It does pop up, yeah. At least at our store, we have to.
So I'm pretty sure
an ID prompt for that.
Yeah, so. I'm pretty sure. Gosh, you buy cough medicine nowadays, you still have to do an ID card for it. I want to taste an alcoholic drink without the alcohol, maybe. But see, that's the thing. Like, it's not like a good version of that. I guess I don't know. Like, then that would depress me. You know. That would depress me
if
you wanted.
What I would do if you want to have something like that is because once again, if this is truly, if it's like I'd order a glass of tonic and I'd squeeze a lime in it, and then people could think you're drinking a gin and tonic.
Yeah, you're almost having a gin.
If that's the thing. I mean, because you're wanting to fit in or not see. But even better would just be to say, hey, I'm having a tonic and lime and I love it. That'd be even better.
Bold of you to finish it. I did finish it. I have trouble getting rid of things. I'm not quite as bad as my other brother, but I do have trouble getting rid of things.
I do. This actually makes me want to stop by like Burger King on the way home and get a thing of onion rings. It really does. It's got that sort of seasoning to it, that aroma. I just don't know what that is, but you know what? They've got age on them now, but I have, I think, 2 of those Brooklyn Brewery. Is it called Expectations?
Yeah, something like that.
I have 2 of those in my fridge still. I'll bring one over next week, and it'll have aged, obviously. Just for the heck of it, we can open it with it, or whatever we want to do. But it's just so intriguing. It's really drying me out, though, for sure.
I'm trying to find what they're saying. The only person I know who drinks alcohol-free beer is a cousin of mine. He's 24 or so, and he has Down syndrome. So his parents set him up with like little. That's a case like I had not thought of. Like I said, so that's interesting. So you're of age, but like I said, you have some sort of either like I said, disability or something going on that prevents you from doing that, but you can still share in a little bit, and then that makes you feel like more part like that. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Like that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, still seems like a very small market segment, but
right.
All right. Maybe you're. Confounding Creature uses the same ingredients found in our highly balanced IPAs: hops, malt, yeast, and water, and thus the same deliciousness, but brewed without the ceremonial fez and ancient incantations that normally take it over the edge. Well, we are not alone here. Yeah. If you go to Untapped, where we were about to post a review, we've got 1s and 2 stars. Not bad. Makes me crave a real beer, though. Yeah. Weak, overly carbonated. I don't think it was overly carbonated. 2s, 1s, 2s. Wow, someone really liked it there. I was hoping to find someone that said, I like this because.
Right.
Girlfriend gave up drinking for Lent, trying to support her until April 3rd. I got jonesing for hops, and this did the job. Mosaic is very pleasant. Reminds me of a weak session beer. Maybe. Okay. Very nice IPA. Much more hoppy than malty, but after all, it is an IPA. No, this is not an IPA, sir.
Well, that person is way too young to be drinking.
Nothing but good old hop flavor. Who are these people? Okay, we gotta set these people straight. Checking in.
There is a mild bitterness, but it's more.
It's not what I would call good
water.
Old. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Once my palate got more acclimated to the, like I said, the savory and everything else that was going on there. Yeah, it just became like lemon water with like a little hint of something else. So what do we just like 1? 1.5?
Can you even give it a 1?
Well, like a 0 would be like it's absolutely disgusting. Like this is like, we're able to describe it. So
yeah,
we'll give 1. Okay. Was hoping for more, got even less. Is that what I should write?
Was hoping for something. Just don't fully understand, maybe.
Wait, hold on. I got it. All right, tell me what you guys think of this review. Was hoping for something, but apparently they removed the flavor along with the alcohol.
The beer flavor. And left lemon water in its place.
Okay. It's actually pretty good.
But though we're going to see this from Lagunitas, am I going to have to respond? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I would.
Okay.
Scathing. I wonder how much I can fit in room.
Like to have something like this with the only person is Eric Green.
And give him one and don't tell him.
Well, no, I got
a new beer from Lagunitas and give it
and
to
maybe
him.
maybe he's even had it before, or just say, or have him try to make one. That's the challenge for Drag.
And then he probably says,
"Why would I do that?" He probably would.
Yeah.
Why would I make a beer?
I can actually literally picture Eric right now.
Oh, absolutely. What?
No.
I used to associate with you. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Away
I
with
barely
you.
want to now.
Away with you.
What are short notes for the aroma and the taste? Like I actually do want to write like something.
Well, I have sunflower and onion ring. Is what I had for the aroma. I just don't get any. And a taste, I had lemon water, or all flavor on back half. I guess maybe savory would be the way to say it.
Taste is
mild savory
lemon water,
and savory lemon water. But you could put a little bit of bitter if you didn't, with a touch of bitter. A touch. It's bitter adjacent.
Taste is savory lemon water with a touch of bitter.
Okay.
Confirm. That's good. We're getting it. Cheers. We got it. This is your first time drinking this beer this month and first time overall. And it'll be the last.
And the last.
Can we put that on there? That should be an option. Would not drink again. 25 IBUs. What is their regular? $52. So it's half of what the IBUs are in that.
I haven't had their IPA in a long time, but
I've probably
one of those that
I've had one in the last 6 months. That if that is at like a place where I'm having dinner and I feel like a beer, and there's they roll down the options of Budweiser, like everything, and then they hit Lagunitas IPA. I'm like, oh, I'm happy enough to have that. Like it's not, that won't turn me off of having a beer. It's close. See, look, it is closer to the daytime in IBUs. Daytime is 31.
Right.
Which I used to like the daytime, but it still had that like that. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of sunflower seed lately in some of these beers. Oh wait, let's see. Oh wait, if we search for that beer again, let's see what people say is like it. What does Untapped think is like that beer? And does the NEA shirt in the YouTube upload today? Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, my son goes to NAU.
Let's see, similar beers: All Out Stout, Heineken, Upside Down
Special Effects,
Dawn Golden A. Oh, Special Effects. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah. I have read about. So okay, I think it was a Men's Health a few months back. I read about the Athletic Brewing Company and I would like to seek those out because I had read about
the All Out Stout.
Yeah, or the Upside Down Golden Ale.
Okay. What is that one? Is that one also that one is also non-alcoholic. That one at least gets it over 3.
I wonder if Tap and Bottle has those. Oh, that's funny. LG goes to NAU too.
Yeah. Just finished up some tests and things, I think. Isn't that what you were talking about, LG, the other day? You were getting through some tests?
Making his way through the day.
Some things and some stuff. Yeah, the Special Effect. What does that get on here? That gets over a 3. Busy week for sure. Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, because what were we? We were doing something. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. You popped in when we finished that Harbinger Mission in Destiny. I had you pop in because you were taking a quick study break. So then it was like you popped in for a little bit and then popped out. Hellraiser Dark Amber. Okay, so there's a lot of non-alcoholic beer out there. We need to give a few. There are some here that definitely get better ratings. Fastest pinnacle of my life. That's what I'm here for, LG. That's what I'm here for. The fast pinnacles.
Was it Athletic?
This one's definitely the worst rated of everything we looked at. It was just under 3. Everything else is a little 3 or above.
Okay.
LG carried as he did. LG and all the carries. A 10 out of 10 would run with LG again.
What's the name of that one?
Athletic Brewing something? Interesting.
Oh yeah, they have some.
Oh, do they?
Tap and Bottle has the Athletic Brewing Cerveza Atletica.
Okay.
Refreshing Mexican light copper lager. They have the Run Wild IPA. And they have the Upside Dawn non-alcoholic golden.
Okay. They don't have the stout then?
They don't have the stout.
That would have been interesting. The boss was dead by the time I got in there. I think Steady Hand, Adored, and Black Talon on.
Okay. Well, I'm going to grab, next time I'm there, I'll definitely get one of those. And we'll continue our search.
And
our quest for understanding.
Do you remember what was it? It used to be our quest for a good bottled beer in a can.
A good beer in a can, yeah.
How crazy is that? That's how old our podcasting and our videos are. That was one of our things, was like, can you actually get a good beer in a can?
And I think we've either had this discussion or I wrote about it in one of the posts, because we had actually Pocket did the Pocket and Litha did they mixed them up for us.
Yes.
And then we had them on for or at least I think Pocket came in for the great reveal of which was which.
Yeah.
And we listened to that and we picked which one we thought was the can and which one we thought was the bottle.
And I think we were wrong, right?
And we were wrong, and we didn't really care for either one of them, I think.
Yeah. Wasn't it the Moose Drool?
No, it was the Trout Slayer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Trout Slayer.
Slayer.
God, that's what is that brewery again? Big Sky.
Big Sky.
I don't even know.
I'm sure they're around.
We used to carry the trout, the Moose Drool at work. We haven't had that in a while though. Yeah, this is just. We were wrong. We were horribly wrong.
Yeah, Big Sky Brewing, Untapped. It's a wheat beer. I don't remember that being a wheat beer. We were horribly
wrong. I do remember that.
I don't remember that being a wheat beer.
What's that? Trout Slayer?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's changed, because I didn't think it was a wheat beer at that time.
I thought it was like an amber.
Wheat pale ale.
I thought it was like an amber or something.
It wasn't an amber. I remember it being something lighter in style, but
if only there was a website where we could find out what that was.
Save where we can go back into the archives. Trout Slayer. You're a Trout Slayer.
2010, June 21st, 2010. So this is audio only for sure.
Only 11 years ago. Oh, wait, what is this?
It just says Trout Slayer
Ale.
Ale.
Look at the comments. We had 2 comments. Oh.
Yeah.
And was it? Who was the other one?
I think it was Eric.
Eric Green?
Yeah. Or Gasson, maybe. I'm not sure. We gave it a 0. They were poured into glasses by an independent third party, who were the only people who knew what the beer was. The following paragraph describes our observations.
Thank you for being our independent third party.
Slightly darker. Left is crisper, fruity, and lighter in taste. The right is malty, sour, and heavier. We guessed the left was from a can, but we were wrong. We would not buy either one again. Man, we are scathing. We're scathing tonight. Do you have some information for me? Do you have got you got a little something? You have anything?
Nothing good.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh no!
It's
like the beheading in Game of Thrones. Like nothing's good here.
Oh
like,
wow! Wasn't quite that bad.
Spoiler alert.
No, the story of the week. No, both Pocket and I we've regressed. I think I've regressed more than she has. Though.
Okay, what about in Team Fight Tactics?
No. Team Fight Tactics regress. Other ways, no, not at all.
Onward and upward.
Yes. No, it's been a rough thing because one of our main builds that had been an S build has dropped down.
Okay.
And even before that,
your S build is now S.
It's an A. Our S is now S.
Okay.
And even before that, it was an inconsistent S at best.
Okay.
So we've lost that. Oh, there we go.
These last 2 patches suck bouteille.
Bouteille.
Nice.
Yes. They have sucked bouteille. Just trying to find that one, just like I said, that's your anchor that you can go back to, or your guiding light that helps you right the ship, but having a little trouble with that. So I'm back in gold 1.
Okay.
So, yes.
All right. So you just barely out of platinum.
Yeah. I'd gotten back up there, though. I think even since I can't remember where I was when we last talked.
Plat 2?
I was close to
Plat 3 or 2 when we talked last time.
I was right in there, but then all of a sudden I had a really horrible... Because some days you just... And I don't know, maybe...
Guiding light, I like it.
If you guys are like, when you do your other games, if there's just some days it's just like nothing's working.
Oh.
And you just... And the stuff that was awesome the day before, just that day is not. Maybe you're right. And here you can run up against like one comp versus another comp. Maybe you finished first in one thing because the other 7 just were ones that you totally dominated against. And I don't know the game well enough to understand why or why not, but
make those adjustments on the fly.
You get on a run, and then all of a sudden you get on a run, and it's not the good run.
You get a
run
run
the other way,
and then you get the runs.
Yes,
you get on a run, then you get the runs. It's one or the other.
You seriously digress.
About every other week, things, every day, like something can go bad.
But no, it's just been but once again, still the challenge, that's when I get in those modes where I'm like, you know what? Yes, I'd like to keep moving forward, but right now I'm just gonna try to find something, and if I go back a little bit, that's the way it goes. Just try something different, and then,
Did they just have a patch?
They had a big one, but a little while back. But then it seems like they've been tweaking them. So,
okay.
Yeah, they brought a new build up to S, dropped some down. So anyway. The one had gotten to a point, I think both Pocket and I, we could almost not do it in our sleep, but pretty much be like, I know exactly what we need. I need the items in the position. Yeah. That one was there. And
then it either worked or it didn't, or was it always going to work?
It was, I would say 60 to 70% of the time, it would get you at least a top 4 finish.
Okay.
And then it, not so much. And now not so much less.
Do you ever try and watch footage of what other people are doing, or or do you ever seek out videos of because now when the new patch is out, hey, what's a good S build right now? And just try and look and listen to someone explain well, I do this, because it may not be what they say. Well,
right.
Well, normally it's this, but I actually like to bring in this, and I like to bring in this, and then that's what makes this a little more versatile and a little more do you ever watch?
We will watch. It's sometimes after you're knocked out, you can stay watching the game.
Oh, okay.
And I'll see, okay, what, God, that build just destroyed me. Who was that? And you look at it, and then, especially with that one that I liked so much, there'd be people using that, but they would have a totally different setup than the site I go to describing. So there was a time I was doing a little more reading on that than I have been. But that would be cool, because there are things, you watch some of those videos. One guy he was talking so fast. I was going, because you want this there, then that goes there.
Yeah.
And then because when this alt goes off, then this happens, this and that, and they work really well. And I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Pause.
How do I slow this down to half speed?
Yeah. So when you
actually, it would probably be normal speed then.
Yeah, that guy. But no, that would definitely help. There's some insights there that will continue my knowledge.
Well, then definitely, if you were able to find, if you can find a video from someone that you like, then you can follow them, and then they'll always have updates. And you think, as long as it's looking for someone's style. I definitely have found some people with Destiny of where now I like watching their YouTube content, because it's not only is it kind of entertaining, but it's the information they give out is a really good, concise way of doing things. And then for me, I'm always a little bit more of a visual learner. So it's nice, like I said, the one videos I've found where people actually go hey, I do this build and I pick this, and it's they literally put it up on screen it's this. Don't just say you go to this and pick this. It's wait, where was that again?
What? Yeah.
I mean, I've played that game so long, most of it I know, but sometimes it's nice to be oh, I know where that is.
Okay,
I just like to see that. So, if you search around a little bit, you might find some.
Where would I, on Twitch? Or just on
Twitch
online?
Is probably going to be mostly people actually just playing the game, which that might be worth it in some regards too, but you probably get a lot out of just like you said, watching the end of match. I would actually search YouTube for TFT current build, and you could even put in the TFT good builds for this and this. Build guides are mostly on YouTube. Yeah, Mav, exactly. Looking for those kind of things. If that's something you wanted to a route, it's quite a rabbit hole you can go down, because then you'll start clicking on things and find stuff.
But it'd be cool to do that, because I think then I'd learn maybe some people that work well together,
right?
And why this person is next to this person, and why this person is, and maybe learn that a little bit more. So, and
strategies and other things.
Yes.
Skip the 30 to 40 seconds to skip the, hey guys, it's your box. X420 Sniper X. Thanks for slamming that subscribe button. Hey, I've only done that on a few videos now, Mav. I don't like being called out like this in chat. But you could hit that subscribe button. But yeah, you definitely usually on a lot of those you can skip the first little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you find someone that you like and that this guy's giving good, then those are definitely people you want to subscribe to their pages, because then more than likely they're going to keep putting up new patches and stuff and yeah, definitely a good way to learn. Well, we've had 2 beers already.
We have.
Should we go grab a wine?
Let's get a wine. I'm going to need maybe a little chip or something to cleanse my palate after this.
We'll have to find out what I've got in there. We'll definitely need some water after this. But yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to go grab the wine, and we'll talk a little bit about how we picked this one.
Yes.
And what caused us to do that. And then we will record another podcast. Actually, even though I'm probably going to wind up taking it back down for a second anyway, I should, in theory, put all these things back up because I appreciate everybody, every one of you.
Yes.
Appreciate the follows. Like I said, appreciate everything. We are so close.
Chocolate
I think we are
chips.
literally, are we technically one away? We are one away from 700 followers. Can someone
this
give
be
us?
the night?
Can this be the night? Does anyone want to follow a channel? Make it number 700. Anyone? All right, we'll be right back, and we'll have some wine. BRB. Do the follow. Look at that. Yep, Mav's gonna help it out. He's gonna make it happen.
Is it like
We're ready now.
a YouTube quiz or something? Or
Oh, this is on Twitter.
Oh,
I just happened to. I did a quick tweet seeing who wanted to claim follower number 700. If anyone wants to come in and claim it, it's theirs.
follower 700.
It's theirs for the taking. Put us over the top. Let's get there. As I was doing that, Grenadier Jake was put up a poll that said, "What do you like best?" And it said ping pong, bowling, or pool.
Ping pong, bowling, or pool?
Yeah, we chose pool.
We chose pool.
I do like bowling though. I've not been bowling in a while, but I like a little bit of bowling.
I like to bowl.
I don't
Definitely, ping pong was my least favorite of those three.
Agreed. Yeah, ping pong least favorite. Beer pong was not an option. Don't even ask. I can see you, chat. I can know it. You're about to do it. Don't even. Let me at least get the cover off of this. So, this red wine, how did this come into existence? Glad you asked.
How did it come into existence?
Yeah. At this table. How did it make it to this table? Well, there was an article I happened to see, and it was, one of the many, like people love it. This is from Up Rocks. It was one of the many articles where it's like 10 best this, 20 best this. Like I always look at the whiskey ones and the bourbon and all that stuff. I like ones now that they've had lately where it's not just the 20 best bourbons of 2020 or whatever else, where then you're looking at bourbons that are in the thousands of dollars that you won't find. I appreciate there's been some articles lately where it's like best bourbons from $30 to $50, from 80 to 90, like some ranges and keeping it a little bit tighter. And usually you can find some of those things. The Japanese whiskey's been hot, which we'll probably do another Japanese whiskey at some point because like I said, when we did that review, that one did pretty well. I should actually reach out and see if where we had a couple of our alcohol things that we did. See if maybe they have a whiskey they want us to do, since those have been doing well. But anyway, this is another one of those articles. 10 was it 10 best? Just the best value red wines selling at Trader Joe's right now. So we went through 3 of them off the top of Keith's head. He's like, okay, we have all of these at our local Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went through. I said, which one are you interested in? We narrowed it down to 2. And then I made the final decision.
You made the final call.
The one we are having today, which is a red table wine. It's called Gambler's Flash. And the reason it's jumped out to me was, I believe, when I saw the tasting notes,
Pepsi.
Smoky fragrance. Like it mentioned smoky. I was like,
okay.
That sounds good, along with some jammy fruit and some other things. Here's a question for you gentlemen out of left field. What's your favorite process for flash cooling beer that's room temperature? Ooh, I like this one. Pretty good one is actually wrapping a wet paper towel around it and then putting it in the freezer.
That's what I've heard. Yeah,
is pretty good. That one works pretty solid. I've even just, if I bring something home from the store that was not chilled, even if you just put it in the freezer for like 45 minutes, that's usually been pretty cold. But yeah, if you really want to get it cold very quickly,
make sure you set a timer if you put it in the freezer.
Oh my God, yes, I have done that by accident too. Definitely, for sure. Like get it drinkably cold at temperature. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to like super freeze it. Yeah, you're on the same page there. Yeah. That's what I do. Gets it cold in like 5 to 10 minutes. I've had one in for 20 with a timer. Yeah, I've done, like I said, if I wanted a little bit colder, like I said, usually around 40 to 45 minutes has been about perfect if it's like literally room temperature. If it's a porter though, so it doesn't need to be super cold. Right. Yeah, like 40 degrees. But yeah, if you're doing a porter or a stout, you would not need to get as cold. But yeah, that's the one I like. And then obviously Introvert is on board as well. Yeah, wet paper towel, wrap it around the beer, put it in the freezer. And yeah, then that doesn't even take as long. Like you said, like, 10, 15 minutes. Depends on where your freezer's at. I think ours is at like -2, -1.
And it's in your kitchen. Yeah. Oh, where the temperature's at. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I wish if my kitchen was that cold, that would not be great. That'd be too cold.
Yeah, 40 degrees. Maybe in the summer.
That'd be great.
At least for a few minutes.
But yeah, that
cool
is
you off.
Now, wine, on the other hand, speaking of that chilled temperature, what do you usually like for a red?
You say they say like cellar temp is good, 58, 59, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, a little chillier than you actually think of, like you normally would, but because they always say cellar temperature, and it's like, well, but the temperature of a cellar is this cooler temperature. I think that's what people usually kind of miss out on.
And then
it'll
warm up. It'll warm up quickly, anyways, and then you can then experience it at those different temperature ranges, which is fun.
Which is nice in a beer too.
Yes.
I don't think people do that
to
as much
a certain extent
with a finer craft. Yeah, I don't want it hot.
Yeah.
Do you boil your beer? Sometimes.
How hot do you like your beer?
How hot and wet do you like it?
Very hot and very wet.
That's a good Naked Gun reference right there.
Gotta love
I just boiled a roast. How hot and wet do you like it? Oh, man.
And then your favorite line. That's the honey of an ankle bracelet.
How did that get down there? I still don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
And that's why it's hilarious. I don't want them to ever explain it. That's why it's hilarious. There's like so many options that it's like, yeah, I love that one. Nice beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed. Let me help you with that. But anyway, and this is actually, they mentioned it. I think it's out of Paso Robles as well. It says it.
Yes.
I didn't know it said here on the side. For some reason, I thought it was only on the back.
I just remember when I've looked at this wine, and no one that I work with has tried this. And I work with a couple of people who I would consider to be, gamblers, poker players, things like that.
Oh, okay. You're going to say wine people?
Flash. No.
Flashers.
Flashers. Flashing gamblers.
They didn't get to work at Trader Joe's for very long, but you still know them. They still keep in touch.
And I've always just been more intrigued by the label. I've never really looked at where it was from or anything. Yeah, so it was kind of interesting to... Are we recording already?
No, we should be.
We are recording.
Yeah, we are recording.
We're not
all
actually.
Of this.
Yeah, we are not structured at the moment.
Yeah, that's correct.
Recording is happening. The structured part is not engaged yet.
Yeah, all of these full live shows now go up on YouTube. I almost said Twitter.
Oh, wow.
I wish I could put them up on Twitter. Oh, my God. You're scrolling through 2-hour clip. Oh, all of these videos.
There'll be a link to it on Twitter.
We could. That's true. There will be links to YouTube on Twitter. But yeah, all these full length podcasts now go up on YouTube. We've had our last, I think, 4 or 5 of them up there. And so it's kind of a new feature going forward because there's definitely sometimes there's podcasts either we don't get a chance to put up or like last week we had one that kind of fell a little short. Well, there is our archive of it. You can go check it out there if you really want to see it. Verdict, bare bottle in the freezer for 20 minutes was almost good. 25 minutes probably would have been perfect. Yeah, and like, again, wet paper towel around even faster.
Okay.
It definitely works even better. But yeah, if you don't even want that hassle, just putting it in the freezer is usually pretty good. Sometimes,
with your timer like you did, so that's good.
With the timer. Sometimes if I've got you'll try the wet paper towel thing next time. Good tip. Yeah, that definitely works. Sometimes if I'm lazy and I'm just putting it in there, I'll look for other frozen goods to put it in, like near. Like if say I've got some peas or some Brussels sprouts in a bag. Yeah, kind of surround it that way surround it with vegetables.
That's right.
That's it's my kind of.
I remember it was
go on about anything. Surround it with vegetables.
I think it was Bash's, the one up here on Thornydale used to have. They actually had a beer chiller or a wine chiller, I think, that it was like this water. It was just like ice water, and you could just put your white wine in there while you shopped if you wanted to.
That's hilarious.
That was
I do not remember that, but that's
back to the 90s. Back to the 90s.
Back to the 90s.
To the 90s we go.
All right. Let's record a podcast.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. We're going to take down a few things here. We do appreciate that everybody comes in and hangs out for who knows who could be a follower number 700. We haven't seen it yet. No, we're still at 699. We don't stop until we get Will we get an alert when that happens? We won't now, unfortunately, as you're recording. No, okay. I'll see it here. I'll have
it's
it
all right.
up.
Still enjoy.
If
still
700 comes up, we will still enjoy it. You will still get some fanfare.
Oh, then it will be the 700 Club.
Oh, so we need like 705.
We need 101.
Actually, we need 701. We need 2.
We get right by 800. right up to 800.
I've seen those. They're like 40-gallon drums with ice cold water and some impeller in the bottom to keep the water moving.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or where you live, you just pitch it out in the snow. Like Mav, seriously, like you don't even need a freezer.
In the snow.
That was actually what our niece took a picture of before she moved back. She took a picture of she had a beer in a snowdrift.
Oh,
so there you go. So that is also an option. She was even
the ultimate koozie,
even a little further east. Yeah. Hey, I don't think she likes being called that.
Oh no, the beer.
Oh,
got it. The snow. Yeah. No.
Toss it in a bucket with some snow in it. Leave outside for 15 to 20 minutes. That is also another good option. Just doesn't work year round.
True.
All right, let's
sure
podcast. Let's podcast
Okay.
this up. I need to try this one.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready.
So I happened upon an article a couple weeks ago that was featuring some Trader Joe's like best value red wines or wines in general at Trader Joe's. And of course, I immediately thought of my brother, brought it to his attention. I said, "Have you seen this?" To which he said,
I had not seen that article, but I immediately got to work and read it.
"You
I
did."
immediately got to work to read it. Yes.
You got right on that with thinking.
I got right on that with thinking. Not every Trader Joe's carries the same wines. And we had a few of those. So.
We did. So Keith narrowed it down to like, okay, I can get these. And then he narrowed it down to here's the two I'm interested in. And then I narrowed it down to this one right here that we have for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Gambler's Flash Red Table Wine. It's a red blend from Paso Robles. We do not know the grape varietals that are involved. At least, they're not sharing it with us on the label. There may be access to that information somewhere, but we don't have it right now. But Paso Robles is known for Bordeaux-based grapes. And I like that.
Sorry.
That's the sound of progress right there.
That's the sound of progress.
Cabernet, Zinfandels.
I said that to my wife the other night.
That sort of thing. So who knows what could actually be in here? Syrah. They do a lot of Syrahs in. Just once again, these are generalizations, but these are the types of grapes that you can find that Paso Robles does very well. And overall, they just do a great job of wine anyway. So. But yeah, this one intrigued you because it had a few key descriptors.
Yeah, I didn't want to completely go back through and look at the tasting notes, but I did quickly do a refresher on what was interesting to me, which it mentioned smoky fragrance, talked about some juicier note, like some things that really jumped out. I was like, okay, that sounds nice and hearty. And I don't see a lot of smoky sometimes when it comes to wine, so that intrigued me a little bit. Who knows how much of that we'll get? We're going to find out, though, right now. I'm very excited.
And kind of a cool thing for me is usually I have an idea from hearing from customers or hearing from coworkers what certain wines taste like or if they're good sellers. I have not talked to anybody who's actually had this wine.
Yeah.
So,
as dumb as this sounds, I know this is a weird thing to point out. I really like the label. That was honestly where I was like,
well, it's Trader Joe's in action there again. So,
and I also, I like Kenny Rogers, too.
Got to know when to hold them.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out if this is worth holding or if it needs to be folded.
And $6.99 is what this costs.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you.
I should have. Yeah,
13.9%, almost 14% ABV as well. So very dark. Like I said, definitely red-ish purple. A little purple red going on in there.
Yeah. It's got. I mean, it's
darker than I kind of thought it was going to be.
You can't see through that really. So a little bit of red. Lighter red tinge around the edge there, but has a nice color.
It does, very much so. Darker than expected. We're going to take time to think. Is this one you've had for a while? This is a side conversation.
We have had this, I would say 4 or 5 years. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did this have a year designation?
No, actually, I think the thing even talked about it being non-vintage, but it might.
You're correct. It does not.
Huh.
Does not. Okay. No vintage designation. Okay. I did just mention it, but I am getting some of the smoky.
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit. It kind of smells like a really good steak marinade. Like I'm getting there's some little, I don't know, coffee's probably a little too much, but there's that little kind of smokiness in there.
A little bit of cherry I get in there.
Definitely cherry, some darker, heartier fruit, maybe black currant, like those kind of like heavier things. But yeah, some other things that maybe there's something savory in there. Like there's a couple things that make me think of like, you know, a steak that just came off the grill or something like that that's been marinated, and you kind of getting, you know, some of those that, you know, the meat along with the grilling.
So some spice or something.
Yeah, maybe a little spice in there too.
It's not,
but definitely fruit.
It doesn't like jump out at you and like wow, there it is. It's there, but it's not like overwhelming necessarily. So that's nice.
It's actually kind of reminds me of it's got some notes of like a stone. They used to do a smoked porter, like one of those like smoked beers where you get like a little bit of that in there. Like if you have the not quite like the one we did with the peat smoked malts, the homebrew that Jay and I had done.
Right.
But like that kind of those kind of notes are in there where it's blended in with the rest. It smells really good.
Yeah,
I like this.
It's intriguing.
It smells like it should be hearty.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're talking about a steak and steak marinade,
what I'm saying.
yes, yeah, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Oh God. I get a lot in the taste that I got in the aroma. I got very similar flavor profile.
The cherry is definitely there.
Yeah, the cherry really comes out like middle of the tongue, kind of bright. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess and to me it's like brightened by a little raspberry.
Oh yeah,
there's a little. So right now as I'm talking about this, it's reminding me of the mead that we had.
Oh, okay,
a
sure.
little bit. That
one of the ones
of,
from Artivum, like the mead.
Oh, the
sure.
Artivum meads. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
yep.
We had the raspberry peanut one.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That's
I bought a second bottle of that. It was so good.
That sort of lighter fruit is kind of just shining a little bit on top of that darker cherry.
I'm definitely, like I said, I really do still feel the smoke that's in there. Like I said, I'm getting some of that coming back forward. And I think my initial statement of like thinking about like a smoked porter or one of those kind of beers where it's layered in with some other flavors, like I'm getting, a lot of that. It's not like a traditional like smoked beer. It's not like one of those. It's more of like the blended in, maybe the malts were like smoked. So then it's kind of a layer of flavor, which is good. A little bit of savory in there. You can't really tell I'm not good enough to kind of say exactly what, but there's definitely some savory notes. But yeah, that fruit is pretty strong. A little dry on the finish, and also, but the side of my tongue is kind of watering. Like the finish itself is dry, but I'm getting like the kind of little water. But I like this.
Yeah, there is a little bit of wood or a little smoke or
Yeah.
something in there. Yeah. Yeah, I like it actually. It's it's weird. It's like it's not heavy. But it's also not light either.
Yeah,
it's
not as heavy in body as I thought it was going to be.
Right, it's got some good flavor, but I think you could drink this as because I'm very with red wine. When it starts getting warm, they don't really appeal to me.
Right,
but this one I think could, because even though like I said, it's not like it's a Gamay or a Beaujolais or something like that. It has enough flavor and yet is not overwhelming. So I like it.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. That's the one I'll be on the lookout for, especially at that price point too. It seems like there's a lot going on in there,
right?
And I think it's balanced fairly well. Other than again, the fruit of that cherry that you're talking about, that really is the one that comes to the forefront. But it's nice. There's some other supporting players in there. And over the last decade or so, we've had many a supporting player in the form of a video and a podcast show up on our website, AboutBeverages.com. That's where you can find everything that we've ever done, stories, articles, recipes, all that stuff. You go there for that. If you only want the latest videos, you can subscribe on YouTube. We would greatly appreciate that. You can find our most recent podcasts, and including these live shows that we do most Thursday nights on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages. You can find the full-length podcast about 4 or 5 days later. We've got that up on YouTube for you. If you only want audio, and some people do,
it's fine.
It's fine. You're on the go. You're active. You don't want to watch a video, but you still want to hear what we've got to say.
Thank you for still wanting to listen to us.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that.
Yes.
You can find everything on, obviously, Google Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcast, any of those. Search for us on your favorite podcast app. Search for About Beverages, and you will probably find us. And on to the 3 pillars.
The 3 pillars being Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which is where we are most active. And you will find us letting you know that we are about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages most Thursday evenings, which is when we record these standalone podcasts in the midst of a whole bunch of other conversation and chat that we do. We interact and talk with everybody who wants to join us, and we're going to talk about beverages. Obviously, we're going to talk about whatever happens to come up. Food a lot.
Yeah, food
that's a good
comes up a lot
to that. There's gaming chat. There's all kinds of stuff, and also Andrew's going to let you know what he's doing throughout the week, and he'll keep you updated as to what he'll be doing and when he'll be doing it on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is a podcast. Nice. Very nice. If you think we have a good face for radio, we're on every podcast app. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Like, I think that's one of those kind of wines where you can probably tell, I think it's like almost punching above its dollar value a little bit with the flavor profile. Mm-hmm. But I think that's one of those ones that it's like, if this probably bumped up to, say, $12 to $15, then you'd probably get slightly more body, and maybe that would be a little bit more harmonious in the flavor. Like, that's kind of like, at least that's in my head.
The winemaker, yeah.
Whatever's in there that he probably used, that it just kind of like, well, here's what I used as my filler. Like, if some of that filler came out, like, you probably could balance some of those things a little bit. So where'd you get that shirt? I actually got this shirt. It is from, I wish it was from our merch store, but it is not. This is from a YouTuber that I watch. He does reaction videos, but it's only to music. He comes from like the realm of always listening to like hip hop and R&B and that kind of thing. And then he does reactions to a lot of classic rock, metal, all different kinds of things, but it's mostly those that I wind up watching because I like, there's something neat about if it's a song that you know and love, and then if this person is being genuine about it's the first time they've ever heard it, it's almost like you're experiencing it again for the first time in some way, and you're seeing their joy in that song and what they get out of it and lyric and everything like that. So I enjoy, like I said, that's where I got this from. Was it from him? Like I said, he actually has another shirt that I like too. It's really cool. It's got an album on it, and it says like keeping great music alive, I think is what it says. I tried to find that one, but his store was so big, like I could not find it. He had so many items. So this is one I had liked as well.
What else did you get on the nose?
What did you write down?
I wrote smoke, savory marinade, spice, and cherry.
I think that was most of it. Cherry, spice. You only got raspberry kind of in the taste, right?
Yeah, that's what I got that. And that's what I wrote.
That's a good call on that, too.
Smoke, cherry, raspberry.
Notes of vanilla Pepsi.
I know,
I could maybe see cola. I don't know if I get vanilla out of this at all. Like, that was the one thing also about this, too. This is definitely, other than that, like that lone light in the sky, that lone pop of Bing cherry, everything else here is the darker side of it. It feels like it's, black raspberries and black currant and the smoky and all that stuff. Like, it's more of that kind of thing. Like, for me, it feels like more of like I'd want to have food with this. Like, it feels like a food beer, food wine or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'd want to have some cheese with. Like I wouldn't crack this open just to sit outside and drink. There's something about it that like it screams like it needs the other side of something.
It needs a little match. It needs needs its food counterpart.
It does need its food counterpart. Yeah, I would agree with myself.
Oh, sure.
So I was like,
I'm agreeing with myself.
Allow myself.
I
to
have made a
good myself.
I have made a good point, and I will agree with myself.
Yeah. Allow myself to introduce myself.
Do you want to try another wine from this article?
Sure. What was the other one you were kind of interested in?
This one.
Sure.
Or there's the other one I've had, so this one I have not had.
I like trying the ones when you haven't had them.
Okay.
Have you heard like anyone else talk about this?
I have heard that people like this, but I haven't heard necessarily why.
I like the name of it, The Silence.
The Silence.
Sure.
Oxty.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat to try.
We'll follow up.
Yeah.
Maybe the writer of this article will. I wonder if they have a tweet to Twitter. Tweet to them.
I forget where I found that, but yeah.
Janice. Oh, Janice.
Janice.
Janice. I'm Jan.
Oh God.
I'm Jan Ice Williams.
Jan Ice Williams. Yeah. Yeah. We could try. Ooh, extra. $1 less, but a 1% more ABV. Excuse me. Ooh, from Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, this one actually says what's in it. Tempranillo, Syrah, Grenache, and Cab. Okay. That sounds like an interesting blend. This wine smells like black cherry lollipops and rhubarb pie. The wine is smooth and soft, just like my grandmother. Wait, why would you write that in a tasting note? That's horrible. That just doesn't seem right.
Just like my grandmother used to be.
What part of your grandmother tasted like this? Is what I want to know.
Well, smooth and
or
soft.
I don't want to know.
No. Oh. No.
I need any part that's soft and fleshy. Well, if I got a surprise for you.
Yeah. Just any part that's soft and fleshy.
You could make a mean red wine beef stew with this wine, or, drink it while eating said beef stew.
Both. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, beef stew recipe to follow soon from Debo. If he's still here, but we haven't seen from him. Maybe he might be busy doing other things.
He's busy cooking right now.
Yeah, he's cooking. He's making dessert.
He's cooking pocket and some dinner and some dinner. And
and preparing it, shipping it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Smoked cherry raspberry. Anything else you want to say on the taste? I have the smoked, the cherry, the raspberry. Not light, but not
savory.
Heavy.
I wish I could figure out what exactly was savory in here, but there's. Like, I wish I could be more specific. Like, I don't know if it's like sage or, or fennel or like something like it, but there's something savory or basil or something.
Going to Scarborough,
oh. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and Lowry seasoning salt.
And Lowry seasoning salt. That was the original version.
Yeah.
There were copyright issues. They didn't want to do
that. Oh, they
that.
say sage. I mean, I couldn't have been that specific. Like, so there was something savory. I can't say blackberries, coffee beans.
I didn't really get coffee.
I got like I kind of sometimes combine that into the smoking.
Into
like
smoke,
I think about the roasting, but
Yep.
Not specific to coffee flavor per se. But this is good. I like this.
Gambler's Flash.
It's good label, good price, especially too. Yeah, you said did they even what was it? What was the third one?
The third one's the one at the end, the Train to Tray.
Not the Pinot Noir.
We've had that, but we don't have it now. It was actually discontinued.
Oh, it's $13. That's why.
That was a really good Pinot Noir, though. That was a good classic Pinot Noir.
We need to I need to revisit at some point the Coppola Pinot Noir that I always used to love. Like, I haven't had one of those in forever. But people have still asked me, and I still randomly recommend it. And I'm like, I probably should try one. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like I remember always thinking it was very good, especially for that $15-ish Pinot Noir. It was always like, that's a really good value. Yeah. I bought I was at Costco like a week ago or something like that, and I bought another one of the Aerith Pinot Noirs. I always like those.
Oregon, you say?
Mm-hmm. Can you say? Havana Fat, you say? Fallen Bridge Zinfandel?
We've had that, but we don't have it now.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
15%.
Sometimes Zins can be a little hot.
That's just alcohol right there, buddy. This one?
No.
This one?
No, that one you can get anywhere. Except
I wonder why the price is red and it's $8. Oh, the price is... This one?
No.
This
yes.
One? Okay.
That's one...
Angelo Roca Trenta Tre
the 33, because it's a blend of... It's a third. of 3 grapes. Yeah.
Flaming grapes. The wine is made with Cab, Merlot, and no Merlot, please. No.
If anybody orders Merlot.
Oh God, I love that clip.
Oh, Miles.
We've been watching, we've been going through, speaking of binging things a little bit, we've been going back and forth between Cheers and Modern Family, watching Modern Family again.
Yeah.
Those first, again, that's another, every show starts to kind of get a little long in the tooth as they go on. There'll be more shows that are funny here and there, but man, those first several seasons of Modern Family are very funny. They're very good. And
I think the first 7 are pretty solid, and then 7's a little bit, but then it tapers off a little bit. But
they made it to 11, right? Something like that.
Yeah. And there were some good ones actually in that last season.
Oh yeah,
overall they were, and it's funny going back and watching any show, you just see where they're kind of finding their feet, finding their characters. They start out this way and they tweak them a little bit. They make them, as we've talked about, we don't like, like Cliff and Cheers, how they made him go too much that way. But it's just interesting to, wow, that character was really different. But there's some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. There's certain moments that I know from Modern Family. I'm just waiting for those episodes. It's almost a Cheers thing where it's something's coming up. You're excited. The one was on the other day where it was the quote I was actually literally talking about earlier. Where I said that's where they were talking about our mouths are bigger, so then we know we were the only heirs to the Russian throne because they have 4 extra teeth. The Claven men. Yeah. And then Frasier, it was coming up, and I looked at my wife. I was like, "Oh, it's this part!" I was so excited. And so when Frasier looks at me and goes, "Hello in there, Cliff. What color is the sky in your world?" It's just little things like that. Frasier's kind of starting to feel a little bit more integrated, and their whole bit is a little bit better. But it is funny going back and watching as we were talking, and it'd be interesting, even like I said, especially even from Pocket's perspective, and then like I said, my wife with all the HR stuff, just the nightmares of everything going on. Everyone is literally talking about dating everyone else in the company. They're all openly flirtatious. Like the one we just watched where it's because Tom Skerritt's character has left. And so all that stuff is gone. And then there was one other guy there for a little bit, but then now it's the one where they have the young executive where he looks like he's 15 or 20. Oh yeah,
the kid. Yeah.
And he literally is constantly asking her out, forcing him. Oh, yeah. It's oh my God, if there was a boss doing this, it's
a little painful.
It is. Some of that stuff is just so painful. That it's hard looking back because it's at the time you did not think of the other thing. You're just whatever, it's just amazing once that lens gets further away and you get everyone hopefully develops into a different person. You learn and what is appropriate, what is not appropriate. None of that should have ever been appropriate, but it's there's that lens where it's you get further and you're oh my God, this is but then there's still things that are so funny that's fine, but there's definitely just so much in that's cringe. I was oh my God, just stop, please stop.
It's time certainly changes the perspective on things like that for sure.
Well, and so much of it, I think it's a different lens now with Rebecca being there, and we talked about this because then it's the boss employee thing. Whereas for the most part, the first seasons with Diane, it was him being overly flirtatious with people that just came in the bar. They had their little tension, right? But it was just the two of them going back and forth. Right. Whereas in this, it's and she really does not want any part, and it just feels almost oh my God, this is God. Someone should call the police on this man. Ted Danson needs to be stopped.
Perspective is everything for sure.
All right, so we've got a choice for next week. We're gonna do another one of the wines from this list.
Yeah,
because I think that's kind of fun. I like going through that. So that'll be. I'm scrolling up for it. How do you pronounce that?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to say Oxty.
Oxty. It's called The Silence. It is another red blend. If you're interested in grabbing that one, you can possibly find it at your local Trader Joe's. Yep. $6, 14.5%. It is a blend of several different grape varieties. It is a Spanish red wine, so we'll try that one. Yep. I have.
What do you have?
Well, I had it even for this, but it could just be an opener for one. I still have that the Duchess chocolate cherry.
Okay.
I don't know if that's podcast worthy, so that could be, even though it's a little dark, it could be an opener. So I have that one, which is barrel aged. I mean, that's vinegar, that's sour barrel aged. So we could have that. I got a few other things. I got from Lagunitas Brewing. I think I got a porter of theirs. See if I can find on their site to jog my memory. I know the picture on the label, but I can't remember. I know it's a porter, but I can't remember if it was Maybe it's seasonal.
Ooh, I had the rye. I just saw the rye. I had that rye IPA from Tombstone. That's good.
Oh, I have one of I have one of those in there. I
That's
have not
very
drank
good.
it yet. Really?
Yeah, I really liked it. I liked it.
I'll have to find out what it is. I have something from them, and it's some sort of porter. And I was surprised because then I did get it. But I really like that. I have that. I'm trying to think of what else I have in the fridge. What do I have in the fridge? Oh, I'll have to go take a look. But yeah, definitely the wine. What kind of theme? You want to have theme? Themes work out really well. We should probably do a theme at some time.
It's getting close to St. Patrick's Day. We could do something. Oh wait, no.
Actually, should we do something for April Fool's Day? That's where we finally do the Corona emergency.
Well, yeah, or just have a Budweiser or something.
Budweiser, yeah. That would be funny. All of the things. Oh, God, that would actually be kind of funny. We've already spoken about it, though. Forget this. We should just put that, like, we don't actually drink that, but like if people hit like the beverage command, that's what it says.
That's what you have to do.
Make the beverage command like
right.
Bud Light, Corona,
right,
and like whatever Modelo or something like that.
Oh, just things that we're not particularly fans of.
That's correct. We have not acquired a taste for those.
That's right.
Isn't that what it is? I don't plan on it.
Required a taste for that.
But yeah, so we'll do we'll definitely do that red wine next week, and like I said, I think we probably should have that Duchess since I've had that in there. And I'll look.
I think so. Since we do enjoy the Duchess in many facets.
Yeah,
in many interpretations.
That'll kind of close out that trifecta because that's their big three. I never thought we'd find the other two. We always liked the one, and then we even did the Petite. Like that literally closes out the book on almost everything from them, at least from that line. So that'll be. Did you wind up getting more of those, the Petite?
Yeah, I did. I got a couple.
That's right. When we went there. Okay,
when we went there and had the Nueve, the barrel aged Nueve.
That's right. That one was quite delicious. All right. Thank you guys for showing up.
Yes,
I appreciate
thank you, everybody.
Super, super nice. Another good show. Like I said, I enjoyed everything. We are here most Thursday nights, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. I'm assuming same time next week.
I think
You
so,
know?
yeah,
okay.
as far as I know.
So 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. If you have not yet, please subscribe here on either on Twitch. You can follow us, or if you'd like to subscribe on YouTube, both of those would be great. We'd very much appreciate it. You can always go the extra mile and follow on Twitter as well, because that's how you can know not only when I'm going live, but when we are having anything in the beverage world. We usually try and tweet about it, talk about it, even if it's tweets we wish hadn't happened.
Tweets we delete.
Tweets we delete. But excuse me. But we will see you again next week.
You'll see him.
You will see me tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
You will see me
you
tomorrow.
as a duo next week. Have a good evening, everyone, and thank you. Are you rating anybody?
Good night.
Good night.